All right, well, let's start with what led you to file the lawsuit against the NFL concerning Sanders' draft slide.
Um, Numerous reasons. I can recall during the draft, the helplessness that I felt, that I experienced, the personal. I felt victimized. I felt traumatized. I felt. Um, I was listening to a lot of the dog whistles. That if you lived the black experience, you heard certain overtures coming from the pundits and the people that was reporting on the draft. For an example, um, they felt like Shedeur had to be humbled, and I'm like, looking at it from my perspective as a fan, I'm like, what gives you the power that you feel that a individual need to be humbled? And that was like a dog whistle to me, like um, a slave master subject type relationship, and that's what a racial overture came from. Um, it it angered me. It caused some anxiety, and to see someone being in a position where they're helpless, because he's striving to be in an organization, to participate in a new career, and they control it. And it's not like that he could fight back and still chase his dream. So it was like, it just angered me to the point to where I was triggered, and I was like, you know, file a lawsuit.
What do you want people to know as far as what's at the heart of the lawsuit?
Um, that even though the organization is as powerful as the NFL, you as a consumer has a right that everything should be on the up and up. And if it's not, we have, you know what I'm saying, we have an, you know what I'm saying, a course that we can pursue through the court system. Um, this theory or this legal theory, I don't think has been tested before. Um, so I'm, I'm, I'm hopeful that the court will allow it to proceed, because this theory of holding them accountable, based on us consuming their product and what they put on the field, um, has never even been tried before. I know, I'm 55 years old, and I've witnessed plenty of careers being ended early with the same type of collusion. To give some examples, Colin Kaepernick, um, um, Chad Ochocinco, Randy Moss, um, Terrell Owens. These are some of the greats that have went through this league, and their careers were ended early because owners per se decided that they were not the type of players that they wanted in their league, not based off anything that they done publicly or on the field or off the field, or their careers. They produced, but because owners decided that they didn't want them in the league no more, these gentlemen was ushered out of the league. And these are some of the greats that we looked up to, and no one has ever had the power to challenge that. And I feel like with Shador, this guy, it was like, I just couldn't take it. I just couldn't sit back and just allow it to happen. I was just like, I had the knowledge, and I was like, well, let's apply it.
Do you believe the NFL and its teams conspired to influence the draft outcome?
Yes, yes. It's very obvious. And not only is it obvious to me, Boomer Esiason himself said that he had inside information that Shedeur had to be taught a lesson. So that's where the collusion would come in. If they colluded to take him, he said that several GMs have taken Shedeur off the draft board. Why did they take him off the draft board? He hasn't done anything publicly. He hasn't been in any trouble. He hasn't committed any crimes, and he's the only thing he did was produce. So why is he taken off the draft board? That's a question that I hope that we can get to through discovery.
What do you hope to achieve through the lawsuit?
Truth. I want the truth to be exposed. I want whoever did whatever they did to this young man, I hope that we can expose it. I hope that we can get to the discovery phase so that we can find out who said what, who did what, so that we can have all the teams draft grades so we can be on the up and up. We want to go through their drafting process. We want to know what his grades was. We want to know what the interviews was. We want to know what the notes from these whoever interviewed him, whoever graded him, their notes, everything. We want all of that. We want all of that to be exposed. See, they're holding that. They're gatekeepers. They're holding it to their chest right now because they can. But if this lawsuit is able to proceed forward, we will have access to that information. I will have access to that information. I will ask through interrogatories. I will ask through discovery requests, uh, motions to produce. I'm going to ask for all of that.
Have you, I know you've seen blackouts in the past against the NFL. Will this impact you watching NFL games at all, or are you still going to remain a fan? Where are you standing right now when it comes to being an NFL fan?
Um, I'm a diehard Raiders fan. I would love to see him go to the Raiders. It hurt my heart that Tom Brady didn't pull the trigger. But I've been to Vegas. Me and my brothers, we tried to. Uh, Fortunately, I have a younger brother. He's a Raiders fan as well, so we can get up to Vegas quite often. You know what I'm saying? A few games. We try to do a brothers trip. Um, to my oldest brother. He's a Tennessee fan, a Titans fan. So at least once a year we try to get together and get to a game and then just enjoy the game and enjoy each other's company. Um, I don't foresee this having an impact on our ability to enjoy the league, but you know what I'm saying, we just want some transparency.
What message do you want to send to other football fans and the public through this lawsuit? And are you inviting other NFL fans to join you in this lawsuit?
Um, I'm inviting everyone to help support in this endeavor. I'm gonna start um, a give and go account so that hopefully we can get a proper legal team in place to pursue this endeavor. Uh, as far as like a class action type, I don't know if we would have the funds to even file a class action in district court. Um, but I do want everybody to know that you know we're going to get to the bottom of it. We're going to find out what happened, who said what, and who did what. If there was um, some collusion involved, I hope that we can get to the discovery phase so we can find out who did what. Um, as far as the racial overtone of it, um, it's going to be hard to prove that it was discrimination. But there's another untried legal theory that I'm planning on applying to this that I think that would properly apply. Um, I need to get to my notes sections. Excuse me. There's a legal theory out there called the principle of disparate impact, and it applies to racial discrimination cases where it's difficult for you to prove that racial discrimination occurred. You can use that theory as to the impact of their actions. Um, to, what I'm saying, get to the achieved means. So I think that, what I'm saying, it's going to be an uphill battle, but, what I'm saying, one that I believe that's going to be achievable.
What kind of response are you expecting from the NFL? Are you anticipating anything at all?
It's going to be the same boilerplate response that they give in every lawsuit. It's going to be the same response. Oh, it's frivolous. It's this. It's not going anywhere. It's this. You know, and to to some extent, they may be correct because, you know, these local judges, they tend to favor in, you know, on the side of money. So, but that's one great thing about it is, you know, there is an appellate system. So, we can appeal it and keep on appealing it until we get the, what I'm saying, the desired, what I'm saying, outcome that we're looking for.
If you could say something to Sanders today, what would it be about, especially about this lawsuit?
Um, I would just say that, you know, just just keep faith in God. God always works in mysterious ways. Although I know that you probably want to throw these punches yourself and you're not in a position to, don't worry about it. God got you.